What's up, internet? So, vlog, daily use vlog. Um, I was charged $25 from my cable company because I had to cancel my cards. I got reimbursed for the identity theft. Whoever did it's gonna get caught. Um, See, the problem with messing with me is I'm former enforcement. I have some political pull when I need someone to do something for me. So yeah, I'm not the guy you want to mess with. I'm really not. You can watch every video I've made. I don't threaten everyone often, but right now I am. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. You're going to regret it. I know tricks that are diabolical. So anyway, because my cable bounced, I fixed it and paid that day, but they put a $25 fee. They sent me a letter, and the letter has one of those like delivered codes. The day it was delivered, they sent me a text too. Hey, you got to pay us extra $25 next time because your payment bounced, even though it's already paid. And so what I did is I opened a chat and I asked them why and got them to tell me. And then I said, all right, I'm going to leave a bad review. And then I want you to lower my service so I can get those $25 back. Right? And so what they do is they go, let's cancel that fee for you. And let me give you 1,000. I'm at 500 Mbps, megabytes per second. I'm at 500. And they go, let us give you 1,000. Basically complimentary. It cost me 80 cents. So instead of having to pay $25, I'll be paying $2 or $3 for double the speed. I'm sure they could have given me a better deal, but that was pretty alright. I'm okay with that. I'm not a big suer. I'm not a big legal person. I know the law. I know the law better than lawyers. The people who think you have to follow the word of God and the people who think you have to follow the law no matter what don't know it as good as I do. It's actually the Creator has not given us official words to follow. And the people who ensnare you into legal traps do things like circumcise babies and run a pedo cave. They do all sorts. They're slavers. The idea that someone has to follow words or else is a myth. Anyway, I did that and I took the headliner out of my vehicle out. I tried to lay it flat in the empty dumpster, but someone had put a pie down. So it's my headliner mostly flat and the dumpster raised a little for the fucking pie in the middle of the dumpster. Whoever did that tried to get there first after it was emptied, but I was a little too slow for the pie. Hopefully it'll be smushed and won't matter. I rarely take up much of the dumpster. I throw away like one bag, maybe two a week, which is still a lot times billions of people. That's a ton of trash. In my system holographic money, the trash pickers and trash people would be 666, unless there's some private enterprise wants to do it. And because right now the trash pickers work for free, this idea that government money comes from taxes is this huge like hoax. Don't friggin' what? How do the people that you prey on, how are they supposed to substantiate all the money you make up? I'm telling you, you owe us for us making this. I know they smiled and they said, it's about freedom. All the lies. I notice that the government, when they want you to believe in privacy, they're hiding something. When they want you to believe in freedom of speech, they're lying. When they want you to believe in freedom of religion, you should hate the religions. So, the religion's circumcised and privacy hides breeding bunkers, private harems, stuff like that. So, yeah. Sad. Anyway, I took the headliner out. This vehicle has like a really high roof, and it has a not as high as the disabled van. I almost got a disabled bus that would have had the highest roof I'd ever seen, but the roof wasn't magnetic. That's why I didn't get it. And this vehicle's already paid off. I would be paying off that other one for a while. So I'm happy I got the cheaper one, fixed it myself. I did. I replaced parts. It wasn't running so good. I replaced parts. Now it runs a lot better. So the only thing I don't know how to do is a transmission, but I'm sure I'd be able to look that up. Not saying the transmission's bad. This vehicle's not known for bad transmissions. Um, it is known for like the rubbers. Any of the rubbers going bad sometimes, but anyway. Like I said, this is a vlog. This is for people who like want to know what I did in this time and space. I took the headliner out, threw it away, and then I took the shelf that goes above your head. I almost tossed that too, but I was like, I think I'm going to keep it because it's a cool rack. And the glue, there's no insulating foam anywhere in the vehicle except for right there above that thing. So it's pretty much magnets off limits. I tried like chiseling that glue away. Good luck. The thing does not want to move. So we're putting the rack back up. And first I painted it. Gave it the rainbow holographics. Those are cool. I love the rainbow holographics. I try not to breathe that shit in, but yeah. I have a mask I could wear. I just keep like the 5 seconds it takes to put it on. I just don't fucking do that. Probably good for me. I think your lungs have methods of detaching sticky breath-ins. You know what I mean? Like if you smoke weed absolutely, like a bong rip of marijuana will absolutely seal a cotton cloth in one blow. Take a bong rip and blow it through a cotton cloth. Wait 10 seconds. Try to blow through that cotton cloth again. You can't. It is plugged tight. Right? So it is just glue. It's a sticky, high tensile, addictive poison, which is why it said the real ruling class loves drugs. I'm sure all the ones you know of, from amphetamines, meth, heroin, all of those drugs are all poison somehow. They don't really give you the full experience, and they ruin your life. They're just addictive. And it's to punish slaves who didn't listen. So it's not from the creator, it's from the real government. The real government likes all the pleasures of life. They want to have the gold, the girls, they want to have a nice body, feel good. That's what they want. They don't want to worship the creator. The animals all eat each other. You kidding me? It's why people who have genuine like spiritual experiences because of religion are usually cautioned out of it, because it's not allowed. You're supposed to follow what the book says. So, because they lied how it works anyway. Yep, so I got the $25 fee waived, and I have twice as fast internet for basically 80 cents. Not bad. I'm sure they could have cut me a better deal. When that was happening, I'm like, how many people are you just giving free internet to? You know what I mean? So, yeah. I didn't ask. I took the deal. I was like, no fee, and my internet will be twice as fast. Nice. Yeah, you should never accept bad news. Fight it. So, yeah. I don't fight over chicks because that will end in bloody murder. It will. It's better not to. Yeah, if you're a young man listening to this and you don't know yet, yes, you like girls. Yes, girls can like you back. But all the boys like all the same women all at the same time. And that fight over the womb is fucking deadly. So, you know, I tested that. Hey, universe, send the one that's for me. Give me, because then you're bypassing it, right? I asked for the one that wants to be with me and is available, right? Seems fair. Nobody fucking showed up. This shit went on for years. So I say it's, if you want to breed, you have to be willing to fight all the other guys for the right to do it. Which, what does that really mean? Are you passing off the best DNA? Or are you passing off the meanest and most selfish DNA? What do the animals do? They all eat each other. So yeah, like I said before, holographic money, the eternal pleasure body, and the AI spaceship core are really efficient ideas. They're very carefully picked ideas that matter a lot, that will mean a lot to many people very efficiently. When you live forever and who you are changes according to your relationship with your ship. Because I've seen ATs, I know things about like how they work and stuff. You're gonna find out how to generate energy from nothing, pretty much. All the thermodynamics just, no, that's impossible. They told me in school that these laws govern the universe, and the laws say no to that. They lied, and they don't know what they're talking about. Sorry. Yeah. It's easier to lie to someone than convince them they've been lied to. They're going to join the side of the BS and then look at the people telling them it's BS going, that guy is crazy. So anyway. Yep. I got faster internet and I took my headliner out. I had to use a crowbar to pop all the freaking things out. And I tore it out and then ripped it in half. I plan on doing like the seatbelt liner. I ripped it in half with a sword. Cut it in half with my sword. I have a few swords. And I painted, and I'm waiting on the top shelf to dry so I can put it back in. That was tough to take out. There were hidden screws. There were bolts that were only accessible from certain angles, and I had every single bolt kit I had, screwdriver kit, all that. I have a really good Fantic gun. I got that for free. I had bought their mini screwdriver set, not really realizing it wasn't for big screws. And they felt bad and they sent me a brand new one. So, yeah. Yep, so working on the vehicle. It's a nice, cheap one. Got some cool stickers for it, like Eat the Rich. I have, of course, this whole box. All the meme stickers I could find. I used all my cash back to buy that. So I have QR codes coming with my books, so I'll be able to advertise that. Got my vacuum. So what I don't have is solar panels for the roof yet. What I don't have is a battery for camping. They sell some pretty good battery kits, like insane power. Recharges from the solar panels in 3.5 hours. Like $1,000 though. So, oh yeah, and I discovered there's a auxiliary outlet in the back of the vehicle too. So it's looking awesome. Yeah. I'm pretty excited about it right now. Yeah. One of the reasons, like, it was kind of sad, I painted it black, the shelf. And I was like, I want to put the holographic rainbow on it, but it doesn't make any sense because it's like, will never be in the sun. It only looks good in the sun. The holographic rainbow only looks good in the sun. In the sun, it's amazing. It looks really cool, but only in the sun. Oh yeah, and all these cats were visiting. I crawled under my car to do maintenance, and there was cats hiding out under there. This like really cute one of the rag dolls, the white and blue eyes. I love those ones. Came in. It's a nice cat. A horde of black cats. They've got a black cat manufacturer around here. It's got tons of them. So the brakes look new. The shake is gone with the replaced motor mount. The transmission doesn't slip at all. I try not to drive it too hard, and it's not too bad. The off-roading, I've gone to all the spots I'm going to go to again. And I almost got a lifted Jeep, but Jeeps are notorious for not being good vehicles. They're cool and people like them, but they need so much work. So I got a 4-cylinder that's really easy to access. It's not an attractive vehicle, but it's a super pragmatic one. I also got my own window tinting. Like, I bought this is a $5 window tinting kit, right? Got razor blades, squeegees, and a spray bottle. And my windows are really, really, really flat, so I don't think I need a heat gun. But I was thinking about not doing that at all and hanging up like curtains with magnets. Maybe getting some, I've lived in a vehicle with really tinted windows at night. You can't see shit. Definitely like having the windows all around. I was lucky I thought it was a cargo van. It wasn't. This was a passenger van that was modified into a cargo van. So the people who were going to do what I do for like the camper thing had already done most of it. It's got carpet though in the front. I want to tear that shit out. I can take the door paneling off, the big plush door paneling. You can take that right off and then just rig everything up with zip ties in its original spot. Works just as good. It's kind of nice to like be able to unlock the door by grabbing the mechanism or to see where the window actually goes. I actually like that. Does it affect resale value? I don't plan on reselling this at all. Even if it's like you need a new engine, I would foot that bill and just deal with it. So I gotta flip my quesadilla over. I had a rice phase, I had a pasta phase. Now I'm in a quesadilla phase. When I move back out in my vehicle, it's gonna be nuts. I'm gonna go to get those places where you can get bulk pounds of like peanuts or whatever and just have like nuts and dried fruit. So I can do fire top cooking. It's not hard, but it is like, I don't know. Definitely before I would poop, just like dig a tiny hole and bury it, and I'd go back and they would be dug up and coyotes had eaten it. They howl after they eat your poop. They don't howl when they're raiding you. They howl after they've raided you to let you know it was them who hit you, like the wet bandits. I gotta pause. The quesadilla was not burning. I love the like Alejandro quesadillas. The real quesadillas have to be made with lard, and then they taste amazing. I have quit eating meat, but lard and cheese. Smells so good. So yeah. My shelf is drying. The headliner's out. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a sleeping system yet. Haven't committed to that. Like, I'm imagining a raised wooden platform. One of the doors is hard to open, and that might be the sleeping side. And then store things underneath it, which is probably the most efficient. And then I'm skipping the whole shelving. I'm skipping shelving and insulation. It's like 90 degrees, and it wasn't too hot in the vehicle. It won't be too bad. I'm a freaking war veteran. I've been to places where it's 140 degrees. So, yeah, I used to believe in that. Now I think the government just sends young boys off so they're out of town. Yeah, the whole government is pedophiles thing. Religion is about male genital mutilation, and the real government likes girls. What do you need to say? The money's printed at you. Oh no, there's a debt crisis. The taxes, they broke it on purpose. They made it wrong on purpose to be mean. Yeah, duh, it doesn't work. Duh. I'm the only one who hears say that. Everyone goes like, we just have to fix it. You're not going to fix it till you address the scammers who broke it. It's not broken because someone's done... It's not broken because the victims are wrong. It's broken because there's perps. There's people who hate you and I. So yeah. I'm going to go back out there later once this thing is touch dry and put it back up. My yard does not dry things fast. This ground is tough to dig in unless it's been sprayed with water. I have hidden things in my yard. They're mostly like messages. So whoever the first person to go through the yard with a metal sweeper will find it. Yeah. Shit's deep. So, yeah. I don't care if it takes a long time. Waterproof containers with a little metal allure, so anyone looking for it will know. And it's further information. You won't even know who I am by then. Do that out in nature too. I hide treasure. I'm definitely not as legendary as like people who collect gold. There's people who've hidden a ton of gold out there. I haven't done anything like that, but I do hide like art and messages and collectibles and stuff like that. Mid to interesting treasure. Definitely not a personal fortune, but good enough for entertainment. Yeah, I'm excited about these coming months getting like a solar battery system hooked up in there. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be cool to not have to run the vehicle and to have unlimited power. And my internet's faster. I have double. They tried to charge me $25 and ended up doubling my internet. I'm sure I'm overpaying for it still. Man, people are sharks when it comes to money. They are. It must be stressful to be rich because, like, oh, they're in debt. What happened? Well, people sued them in civil court and cried the right tears, and the judge agreed. And now a civil court can take millions away from you if you have it. If you don't have any money, they can't take shit. So, holographic money. No more getting justice with cash. Do your basic income should provide for your life if you have a horrible disaster. You know what I mean? And the AI keeps your funds, so it'll be harder for people to steal them. Impossible, even. Yeah. The current system sucks. During my identity theft, it was a pending transaction. And I called both the merchant and I called my bank, like, can you cancel this? This wasn't me. Can't cancel it. Why? They went through the whole process of refunding me 10 days later. That sucks. Yeah, they talk about that, oh, Elon Musk is the richest person on earth in American dollars. You know, it's a why is the British pound per unit more valuable than the American dollar? Did we really get free from England? Did we really? Or did they just slaughter all the men like they always do? Yeah, the 4th of July is the lie that we got free from the real government. I don't think Britain's the real government. I think the real government's in the mining empire. It's like a pedo cave. People who like girls. Look at Egypt. Egypt has all those giant tunnels under them. So if they're digging giant subterranean secret facilities 3,000 years ago, what are they doing now? I'm just saying. So yeah, that's my vlog. That's my life. Pulled the headliner out. That took all day. Just getting every single screw, pulling all that, and then figuring out how to take out the shelf. Man, there were so many hidden screws on that thing. Like at least, I don't know, 20. But yeah, once it's dry, I'm going to put it back in. That Fantic thing was awesome. They sent me one for free. Yeah, I accidentally bought one that was too small. And instead of like trying to sell me the other one, they just sent me a replacement. They're like, here, this one's big enough for you. That's what I'm talking about. I really do. If someone rubs me wrong, I'm going to tell everyone over and over. And if someone goes out of their way to do something nice, same. I'll tell everyone over and over. I've had people deny me refunds, and then when they see me on social media enough complaining, they're like, oh, here you go. Or, sorry. Thank you. You know, because it costs you sales. So, yeah. That's the news. Um, can't wait to be getting out of here. It's going to be fun. Basically, I'm leaving at the end of June, which I hope I'm going to catch the monsoons. I hope when I leave, it's going to be the beginning of the rainy season. So, which is going to be awesome. Really going to like that. Yeah. Try to plant it so I have some shade. And then, I don't know what I'm going to do for the whole summer. I usually violate the 2 weeks camping rule. Here's how I do it. I just change spots. And I've done that for years. Like, super obvious vehicle. Looks only like mine. Nothing, not a blender. And nobody says shit. They just like, whatever. Because if you're moving, you open the spot up. And if you can move, it means there was a spot open. It's not really a crime. And you can move from like one side of the forest to the other, and people don't often do huge voyages, you know what I mean? Like when I'm out there camping, sometimes for like a 2 week period, I'll see one forestry vehicle, and you don't know what they're there for. Are they patrolling, or do they have a job to do? You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm kind of bummed about how my family went, but um, them being really low down awful uh, just gave me more confidence I made the right choice. And I didn't really come back here to connect with my family. I came back here because it was going to be the cheapest place to live. And it was going to have absolutely no inclement weather for the whole winter. And I did thousands of these. Thousands of these, probably, you know, a literal mountain of these have been given out. Um, and that was a lot of work, but I'm proud of having done it. And I think it had a huge effect. Um, yeah, man. I mean, like, I would hit like public races. I would hit giant parties. I would hit the holidays. I took a break recently because I got really tired of it. I'd done it a lot. And plus, I'm interested in going to other places. But next, I'm doing the QR codes. Yeah, I got the QR code stickers in the mail. That's going to be a huge difference. I tried this thing. Where is it? I tried this thing for the QR codes. This thing is adorable. This thing is awesome. This thing is super, super, super cheap. But this thing does not like the sun. The sun will ruin your print if it gets hot. So, yeah. You know, thermal paper. These are be vinyl. Um, yeah. So yeah, that's the story. I did put like at least $100 worth of flyers. I printed paper at about $100. Went into that print job, and uh, I went through that whole stack. So just recently, they trickled out. People who found out about the government. I had to refill it a couple times. So I found out about the government from biographies and from people who knew telling me, and the government or the media will not tell you what I know. You know, I said it online a lot. Nobody has ever replied that they heard that. They always talk around it or ignore it. So I think it's true. Yeah. I think it's just the unspeakable. You know how the cows are in cages for slaughter? That's us, but over sex and labor. So it's sad and bad. Not a good time. So it's one of the reasons I am who I am. I wish I could have a nice life. I want a nice life. I used to cry over not having one. But now I want revenge. The thing they forbid. Oh, give forgiveness. Let go of anger. They were saying that because they were guilty. They knew what they were doing to you, and they knew you wouldn't forgive and you would get angry. They're like, oh, wait. God told me to lie. So it is wartime. The good news is all the police and military are circumcised. So I'm on their side with taking the thing over to find the pedogov. I don't know anyone who would disagree. We want to invade a private harem in a bunker. Only the bots online will disagree with that one. IRL people would be like, hell yeah, I'll help you look. That's one of the reasons I tell people. So yeah. I've had people take these stacks from me and run them at airports, hand them out to people in public. Yeah, the real government likes girls, and they are behind the religions, and they're hiding in private property. It's why the money's ruined. It's why the wars go on. All the problems are caused by a trader class, the real rich, not Bill Gates. Bill Gates and Elon and all those people are copycat rich. Warren Buffett. He's like the slave who made it. I'm free. Not really. You know, the real rich are like superhumans who run harems. And they are superhumans because they made us horrible on purpose. Do you want a girlfriend? Do you know what you need to have a girlfriend? You need to have the literal best body. You need to have literally the most stuff. And you need to be in a position of power. And that's what the real government carved out for itself a long, long time ago. They're the sons of God while you're the sons of man. So, yeah. It's sad, but that's who I am. They fucked with the wrong fucking baby, man. Not every kid has to grow up and forgive, right? They can hold a grudge. And I can say too clear what I'm mad about. Who are they going to send it? What? They don't want to brave the air. I could hang out in a grocery store and they would never go in there because they know it's tainted. So it's not a conspiracy theory. The conspiracy theory is there are no conspiracies. It's like, imagine a fish turning to another fish. Nah, man, that's free food. Yeah, free food comes down on the rope. You can trust that. It's a hook and they're going to eat you. Ah, that's a conspiracy theory. You're crazy, right? Would men lie to have sex and be the best? Yes, they absolutely would. So all the people you think of as celebrities are like risen slaves. They're not the real government. Nor is America the real government. Whoever the real government is, they're pedophiles. People who rape kids. It's sad. I hate them. Yeah, they got you looking to your neighbors. I'm fine if AI watches everything. Yes, there are some people living on the surface with us who would abuse kids if given the chance. That's a fact. But they're not anywhere near the body count that the real government has. The real government's body count is billions versus a normal pedo like max is like 100. Hard to do more than that unless you live in a private bunker and you write the religions. So, yeah. Anyway, I changed my headliner and I got a free internet upgrade. Cost me 80 cents. Didn't have to pay my fee. That's what I'm talking about. Soon I'll be moving out in my vehicle again. This will be my third vehicle. It's going to be cool. I don't mind doing it. It's not too bad. It's really not. I don't need a shower because I was a soldier. I already know how that works. I do have a lot of work to do on it, though. I'm going to be here for a few months just doing that. So it's not too bad. It's nice having a place I can mail stuff to while I'm doing that. And I have so many tools now. I've got lifter. I found out the thing has a jack in it. I bought another jack. It has a jack already. So, yeah. I'm not going to change the fluids until right before I leave because I basically don't drive it. And maybe I'll build a spot to keep my scooter. Maybe I'll keep my awesome scooter, my big scooter. Maybe I can get a hotel and do a scooter ride around town. Throwing flyers that way. Hey, $100 bill. Yeah, you're going to read what's on it, though. I've had businesses go, people tried to spend them. I'm like, nice. Because it's going to go right to the clerk. What's this? Oh, this is the truth. You're a fucking slave. You didn't notice? The people that piss me off are the people who are like, no, I'm a winner. And they fight for their right to breed with whoever and lie about being happy. It's like, you're such a dog. You're not even... It's like being a cow in a pen. Oh, look, there's more of us. That's not good. I remember saying that once. There was this head breeder for the slave, right? This was the guy who made all the slaves with the slave women. And I remember when I was a kid, I was like, that sounds nice. And everyone was like, no, it doesn't. And now I agree with them 1,000%. You don't want to make kids who have to work their whole life for nothing. Imagine how selfish you are. It's like, I get to nut. I get to have sex all day. Yeah, but the consequences of that are tons of suffering. So, with circumcision, why is birth control? My problem with circumcision is this. It was done by people who did not get circumcised so they could have as much of that fun that they wanted. That's my problem with it. So I go to you need an integrative way to deal with men that isn't to cut them off when they're a baby. Here, you can leak some into your woman that we married you. Take the golden diamond band. They sell that shit at price. Golden diamond bands. They say that thing loses value the moment you have it. Well, how is the price so jacked up? Because it comes from the government. You know what I mean? We're going to heaven. That was a lie. It was a huge lie. Now I'm making them an enforcement store my ideas forever. Yeah. Or the cows in cages for slaughter. Does the human religions get man-made even though they purport to talk for the creator? So the creator made everything, but you have to manually furnish a book and speak for it. Right? So, what's in private property? And when was the last time anybody found out? There's no time in human history. There's never been a time ever when the surface invaded the gold empire. Most gold mines are hundreds of miles long. You don't think that's suspicious? I'm just saying. The reason people don't think of it is there's been a purge. People who questioned the government and people who were not reliable dogs got purged. That's why they don't think of it. That's why they defend it. Can you imagine a dog barking at his owner? Almost never happens. The dog barks at other people. That's the way it is. Even if the owner beats the dog, and even if the other people look nice, the dog will bark at the other people and worship his owner. So that's how people are. The government's a pedo cave. They try to turn it around and go, I'm a pedo. Not really. I don't do any sex crimes to kids. Haven't in my past, won't in my future. Doesn't fit for me. I'm not saying they're pedos to hurt their feelings. I'm saying they're pedos because it's literally what they do. That is the action. There's not another word for it. So, yeah. That's my blog. I do not live the life I wanted, but I do live a life that is authentic to what I actually have experienced and what I actually know.